Yesterday I did a video where I talk about how great the 357 Sig round is as a self-defense caliber. Now after making that video, a lot of people accused me of just jumping on the 357 Sig bandwagon. They're like, you only like it now because of what happened recently at White Settlement. You're only liking it now because it's big in the news. Well, if you're someone that knows me or follows my channel, you know that's just not true. You know what I've thought about 357 Sig for a very long time. I have consistently said that it is my favorite semi-automatic self-defense caliber. And since it is my favorite semi-automatic self-defense caliber, today I'm going to do a list of the top 5 most bestest 357 Sig carry guns. Now, as usual, before I get started with the list, I like to do an honorable mention, a gun that almost made the list, but for one reason or another, just didn't quite get on there. And this time it's the Sig Sauer Nightmare Fastback. This is a 357 Sig 1911. If you want a 1911 but you don't like the 45 ACP round, or the AARP round as some people call it, this would be an excellent option, so I wanted to give it an honorable mention. Alright, at number 5 on the list of the best 357 Sig carry guns is the Sig Sauer P229. This is of course a double stack, double action, single action, all metal carry gun. It doesn't really matter which model of the P229 you get. If you buy it in 357 Sig, or if you get a 40 caliber and get a conversion barrel for it, the Sig P229 is easily one of the best 357 Sig carry guns. Number 4 on the list is another Sig Sauer all-metal gun, but this is a single stack. It is the P239. Once again, you can get it in 357 Sig or 40 and put a conversion barrel in it. And this is one of the most overlooked and underrated carry guns on the market, especially when you combine it with the 357 Sig round. That's why it's number 4 on my list. Number 3 on my list is not something I would choose since it's a polymer frame, but if I'm going to be objective about it, this is easily one of the best 357 Sig carry guns. And as you can see here, it is the Glock 32. You can either buy a Glock 32 or buy a Glock 23 and put a conversion barrel in it, but either way, you end up with a great 357 Sig carry gun, the Glock 32 or 23 with a conversion barrel. One little caveat here, just make sure you don't get a G33. Those guns have really bad attitudes. Trust me, you'll regret it if you get one. Okay, the number 2 gun on the list is also a polymer gun. It is the Sig Sauer P320. Now, it may be a polymer gun, but when it comes to 357 Sig carry guns, it's hard to beat this gun. It's like this gun was made for the round, and it kind of is, it's the same company. But it's just an awesome gun. It's awesome in any caliber, but when you combine it with the 357 Sig, it's easily one of the best carry guns on the market, and it's easily number 2 on this list of best 357 Sig carry guns. Alright, now we're to number 1 on the list, and number 1 on the list is a gun that isn't usually found in 357 Sig, but if you're willing to put a little effort into it, you can convert it to a 357 Sig by buying a conversion barrel, and that is a Beretta 96 converted to 357 Sig. I mean, how can you go wrong here? You get the reliability, the accuracy, the performance of a Beretta 96 model gun combined with the ballistics of the 357 Sig round. You take what is in my mind the perfect semi-automatic gun and put it with what I also believe to be the perfect semi-automatic caliber, so how can it not be number 1 on my list of 357 Sig carry guns? The answer to that is, it couldn't not be number 1, so it is. So there you have my personal list of the top 5 most bestest 357 Sig carry guns. If there's any I missed on this list that you think deserve to be mentioned, go ahead and put them in the comment section. But for now, these right here, these are my 5 choices.